Good morning, friends. I'm Teddy Hicks, and today is September 7th, 2025. I'm reading you an affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day. Today's affirmation is, money comes to me so easily. So if you attract energy with your emotions and you magnify what you put your attention on, then it stands to reason that you will always get more of what you feel good and think about. So if you really notice and appreciate all the resources you have, and you celebrate every time you receive money, whether it was expected or not, then it stands to reason that you will always be attracting more security and abundance. So the next time you're running low on cash, instead of worrying about how your bills will get paid or how you'll put gas in your car, imagine what it would feel like to have more than enough. Let yourself play with the feelings of safety and wealth. Picture the big numbers in your bank account and fantasize about how happy you'll feel when you can buy anything you want with no hesitation. And above all, trust that it will all work out in exactly the right way. It really can be that simple. Love, Teddy. So the important point to remember here is that money really is just energy, right? Like, we made up money. It doesn't actually exist, right? We decided that we were going to have a thing that we would trade that had value, and we created, a physical form of it that it represents, but it's not actually a thing, right? So I can't remember the exact statistic, but there's something like 80% of the money that we trade and loan and borrow and have and, count as our worth and our wealth doesn't actually exist in physical form. It's just a concept, right? So, and the government can print more money. They can create it. They literally can create it. So it's important to remember that we think of it as this tangible thing we need to get our hands on, but it really is just an energetic vibe. And if that's true, which it is, then you can attract more of it by raising your vibe. And that's really true of anything in the world, but it's particularly when you think of money as energy. If you align yourself with the energy of money, which is what it means to you, security, wealth, abundance, freedom. It's a big thing for a lot of people. If you're aligned with that, if you feel those things in your heart, if you feel good about it, then it will naturally be attracted to you. But what happens is when we struggle with money, what happens in our heads and in our hearts is that we feel poor. We feel scarcity. We feel fear, right? We feel insecure. And that pushes money away. Those vibes push money away. So I know this seems impossible. How am I supposed to feel good about money when I don't have any of it? Believe me, I've been there a million times in my life. But it's important to remember that you can, and try when you have the ability to lift yourself out of that negative, scarce thinking and really focus on money. What does it mean? Where is it? You have it already. And not only money, but abundance in your life, security in your life, the feelings that you associate with money, right? And you really can get yourself on a higher vibe when you really deliberately do that work, right? You have to shift your mindset. It's not always easy. Of course, it's easier to complain and feel scared and, hopeless when you don't have the things that you need. But you can choose to change the way you're thinking, and that will in turn change the way you feel in your heart. And then you can have different behavior, right? When you're really aligned with abundance and security, and that really is a goal for you, you will change the way you behave around money. You will think differently about it. You might be more motivated to go out and get a different job, to, whatever it is, learn how to invest, get some advice. Or you may change your spending habits, right? If you're aligned with security and abundance and you feel great about money, you may decide you're really going to take control. You're going to empower yourself. You're going to get a budget. You're going to stick to a plan. You're going to respect money. You're going to celebrate every little bit of it that comes into your life, no matter how small or how insignificant. You can get to the point where you find a penny on the ground in a parking lot and get excited. Say, thank you, universe. The universe is throwing money at me. Look at this. It just shows up in my life. And maybe that penny will turn into $1, to a $20, to a unexpected check in the mail, to a raise at your job. You just have to keep magnifying those wonderful feelings about money and be excited about it and feel grateful for it. And it will show up in your life. So I hope that's helpful for you today. I know money isn't the most important thing, but it is very important. And you shouldn't feel guilty about wanting more of it. And you shouldn't feel guilty about needing it or feeling insecure when you don't have it, because this culture that we live in does revolve around money, right? Like you really can't do anything without money. You don't have a lot of freedom without money. So it's okay to want it. There's nothing wrong. Money is not evil. It's a good, powerful, positive energy when you are directing it in the right way, right? And feeling the right way about it and not being greedy with it. Have a great day. I will see you here for the next one tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Bye.